Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to another tutorial. I'm about to give you guys a walkthrough. I hate when I do that. Let me just tell y'all, I hate when I do that. I don't know why I turned on this personality when I first started recording. I feel like I gotta reel you in, like I'm so professional. Man, listen. Anyway, so going into 2024, we doing big things, big boy, big girl things. Y'all cannot see me right now because I'm a mama and I look crazy. I'm missing nails, my hair's a mess. It's a mess behind here. So just watch the screen, focus on the things that you need to focus on. You don't need to see me, you just need to hear me, okay? So first things first, if you're familiar with ClickUp, you're going to catch a lot of this. If you're unfamiliar with ClickUp, I'm going to put y'all on. This screen you see right here in front of you, I'm going to just address the bright orange elephant in the room. I paid these people. I did. I did. I actually paid these people this month. I did. And for some reason, this bar won't go away. And it's acting like I didn't pay them. And I can't put off filming this video. So I just want you guys to understand I paid these people. Okay? You see this? I have emailed ClickUp regarding billing already. I'm waiting on a response from them. And then I needed to tell my assistant how to make an email task and put it in the email log and set the status of waiting for a response. Okay? That's what was just going on. But I'm going to put y'all on from the home screen and walk you through ClickUp's new layout when it comes to 3.0, which I think is kind of universal right now because my mama got updated on her account. Her account's still pretty fairly new. I think I just did it. I'm going to show you guys my new setup. If you watch my previous setup, this is somewhat similar, still completely different in a way. I feel like the flow that I use it is completely different. I've incorporated it into my personal life a lot more, and I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to talk quick. Just bear with me. I'm on an extremely strong cup of coffee today. Strong cup of coffee, and we got nap time for maybe another like 30 minutes. So we don't have time for another hour long tutorial, y'all. This is gonna be quick. This is for the mamas. I'm just gonna put y'all on. And the daddies too, but for the moms that you're trying to run a business, go to school, got a baby, talk to yourself all damn day, trying to keep up with phone calls, emails, all kinds of different stuff. Like, and not just emails because you're just super important to run a business and all of that. But I mean, I got to email the WIC people to copy of the birth certificate. I got the housing association people trying to get me into a rental apartment and they need birth certificates and social security cards. I don't even know where my baby's social security card is. All these things that, like, y'all, if you step inside my mind, what you're about to do right now, you will see you can use ClickUp to manage anything. Anything. So a little backstory for me when it comes to ClickUp. I'm just gonna scroll so you can just have something visual to look at. A little backstory to me when it comes to ClickUp. I've been using ClickUp for a very, very long time. Since about 2020, end of 2020 is when I started using ClickUp. See, I've been wanting to make a video how I started with ClickUp. I was supposed to do that and setting up ClickUp for beginners and realistic workflow and ClickUp and all these things. But then I got rapid housing calls coming up with Heidi. I got a plan for TNC party with my mama, and we just have so much other like real life things happening. So, and just disclaimer, I do sell templates. So everything you'll see here, my template, you can get my template. It's on Etsy. Instant download. No, I'm not trafficking babies. I know that it says it's a $50 download, but please understand this is gonna be the only template you'll ever need, and it does go on sale very frequently. So, and if you can't afford it, like if you really can't afford it, message me. Just message me. I got you, baby. I will literally just send it to you. I want us all to be better. Okay? So, anyway, here's where we're at. All right, so right here is this home screen. When I first started with ClickUp, it did not look like this. I hated the way the home screen looked like. Maybe I can get y'all a screenshot. Do we have a screenshot? Let's see. What happens if I type ClickUp in here? Do I get a bunch of screenshots? Um, let's see anything that's a home screen. Previously. I don't know. Whatever. You can go watch my other one. You'll see it. I hated the home screen layout. Now I like it because you can manage what is on here. As you see, like assigning me, I don't need on the home because I'm the main person always doing shit in here. Recent I need because that takes me back. If you have ADHD, hold on, listen. If you have ADHD, this is your best friend because you move around so much, and when you're like, "Where was I just at? What did I just do?" Let me show you how far back it go. Like what? This was literally like I opened this up like last week. I've been in this stuff back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth throughout the weekend when I wasn't working. But I'm bringing my assistant back on, so there's just like I need to send her screen records. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like making the screen records. Having that has changed so much for me to be able to have that right there. I don't need my calendar right on the front because my calendar's on my phone. I don't need this part. This was there before. I don't need that right up here. I need this. I need comments right here, and I need this. This is all I need. This is what we need. Okay. So being able to move them around has changed a lot. You can drag them. You can shrink them. Like this is the lineup. I actually want that with that. This is a lineup, so I can just add a specific task right here, which oh, by the way, when you go type it, you can just open. Boom. There we go. I do need to keep an eye on that because that's really annoying. Let's be going on. Right now, we're filming a video, so here's how fast it is to make a task. Ready? Here's how fast it is to make a task. That's cute. You gonna hit the T. I'm about to put updated 2024 ClickUp workspace walkthrough with 3.0 and garbage graphics planner. Because that tells me this is what I want to focus on when I make my YouTube video, that it's 3.0 and that it's my planning template. So, homepage setup. This is what I'm about to show you guys. New homepage setup. Walk through the sections of my personal planner. Filming a secondary video on what's planner. Might have one. I think the one I have is pretty long-winded. What else do I want to do? Here's how I'm working on two tasks all at once. Start today. We'll probably end this. I'm gonna just click on today's file. I've been working on making my tasks instead of a day or timing them. I've been playing around with stretching them throughout the week so that they run across the top of my calendar, and I kind of like that. All right, idea to do. I'm doing this today. I'm gonna finish this today. So if you see what I'm doing when I hit the slash, those are called slash commands. The sky's the limit. That's all I can say. The sky is the absolute limit. Trying to remember that when I'm typing these, I want them already capitalized, so I'll have to go back and edit stuff later. Oh, by the way, so this is going into the content filter. I also want to start this today, then by Saturday. Okay, and that's done. Now I just added this task and saving it. It's all done. And I created two more tasks all at the same time. And this one we're adding to the tray because I'm focusing on that. Not the tray. And then lineup. Open it. We're gonna go here. We're gonna add to lineup, and then it's gonna pop up. Now, if I needed to, right? I'll show you guys this right here. How to create a task. I'm gonna add this to Keaton's my assistant. Add to lineup. I'm gonna put that on hers, so it'll pop up on her lineup here. And we have the chat and all of that where we are. So, okay, let's go down the sections first. That'll be probably the best. So here's the planner. My planner is going to look a little different than the template planner, but I want to show you mine because this is how I use it. And then in the planner template, you'll be able to understand how you're able to expand it to yourself and customize. I will be taking frequent sips of water because my throat today is so dry. Like, you hear me? I sound horrible. Don't talk about the way I drink water. I'm tired of people talking about the way I drink water. Thank you. Anyway, so we have these are your big sections. You see the folders? Think of those as your big sections. Think of this as a binder. Open up your binder. These are your sections to the binder. These are your folders to the binder. Well, they're considered a list, but think of that as a folder. And each thing inside of it, another whole folder to itself. But these are all tasks. These are considered lists. This is a list of your tasks. Each task can have subtasks. And inside of each folder or each section to the binder, you now have these whole custom views. So this, for people with ADHD who are feeling overwhelmed or feeling like they're not getting enough done, this kind of sets it into place of like how much have we actually done. So right now I know that my screen recording clips folder, now that I just started using that, is about to explode. This number should start to hit closer to this one because all of this takes screen records. So that means I need to start making screen records. And the more that I click them off, that means I've edited them. And now they're considered like, I can use them for SOP, they're like an index, things like that. Or they were added to a project and I use them in a project, whatever correlates to them. So this is going to be a way for me to start seeing my bars. I'm actually going to move you right here. Because I want it right under there. Let's reset the page. And see if that works. No, that did nothing. Whatever. Ooh, what is this? Ooh. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that I did that. I don't like that for myself, but I didn't even know that I did that. And I hide you. Okay. I actually don't need these dates. I don't need any of this there. Okay. There we go. That's cute. So anyway, this is the bulletin. And inside of the bulletin, you can attach any of these resources, documents, things like that. Down here at your list. I like to keep documents in my planner. For instance, like right here is some stuff for court. And I wonder if I can move them. No. Well, this is a sales report. But things for court, stuff like that, I like to keep here. You can move them around, put them where they need to be, like add them into the specific folders that they need to be. I'm not moving these because I like it just like in the front of my planner, because it's stuff that I have to focus on right now. Like this, I actually need to update. It's just a lot of moving. I can't explain to you guys everything that I'm doing. I'm just trying to explain where everything I'm doing is. I hope that makes sense. These right here, your folders again. So your sections, you're gonna have them. So right now I'm in like the front of the binder. If I click bulletin, I'm in the front of the bulletin. And then if I want to go into the bulletin, I like viewing all of mine in like a table if I actually have to get deep in here. Now you see how overwhelming having to go through all this is already. I know you're overwhelmed. It overwhelms me, so I don't do that. I actually just stay from the home page or I'm in the chat. Okay, so inside your bulletin you have a slip box. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Slip box. That's where you just throw shit. You want to sort it later. Don't let that number get too big. It gets crazy. Time block. If you want to use this to time block out in your calendar, I have a section for time block. Sometimes I use this and I'll time block out like editing this, editing, and I'll put that under content planner or doing my hair in multiple tasks. I'll put that there. I don't usually use this all the time because right now my calendar, I like the way it's been kind of going using my events calendar through Google. So disregard when it comes to like my methods for right now. I'm not actually using it. Brain dump. I have this brain dump list, and the statuses in this are set up so when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I can put them under. Let me show you the statuses. Now it'll go to forgetting if I didn't do it later, tomorrow, and upcoming. I like to add tasks from other lists into this so that I can kind of just, what am I doing, X, Y, and Z. So they'll be in like 2 different lists. They'll be in the list that needs to go onto but then also this is like a dive in focus. I only use that when I actually need to. It's more of a tool for me than a stationary list. So all three of these are like ADHD tools. Okay. Cool. Self-explanatory. For the call logs so that I can keep up with who I need to call. It's usually, apartments, things like that. Like this is all stuff I still need to do. So on days when I'm like, oh shit, I got a bunch of calls that I need to make, I will start knocking all these down. Like this can go, archive it. I try not to delete it. I archive it so I don't lose a number and I can pull it up later. Email log, same thing. Email log, who do I need to email? Emails I'm waiting replies on from me. Emails I'm waiting on responses. I never got a response, it's over, whatever. Or it's done, like we've actually finished what we were doing. Then we have the content planner, billions and billions and billions of ideas. And this goes different platforms. So, things I want to put on YouTube and Garden Traffics, is it House of Tristina? Where am I putting? I actually need to go through here and clean this up. This is a mess. So, like, a pro and con is, if you have ADHD and you got baskets, this is a basket right now, and it's a basket case. So there's things I've dumped on here that I haven't done that don't, mean anything now. So I have to go through and clean up. But there's also stuff that, like, if I'm searching for garbage graphics alone, I'm not going to see. So you want to, like, keep up with that. I like to have platforms. I have all the apps that I use because this goes across the whole workspace. So it's all the apps. Like I might need to, change something in YouTube, and I'm gonna be able to put it in YouTube, and it's a garbage graphics business thing, but it's not a content piece. You know what I mean? It might be something else, like an admin task, it's not content. So I like having that because when I'm like in a YouTube mindset of like, let me get all my admin done for YouTube that I've noticed that I need to update and didn't have the chance, I can do that. What else we got? Screen recordings. I have a spot for screen recordings from ClickUp because they don't save them. So this way I'm able to like save my videos there, and I already told you I need to edit them. And then reading lists, self-explanatory. Life admin, this is where you really start to manage your life. So I have personal tasks, I have self-care, chores, home and auto maintenance, meal planning, grocery lists, and errands. I'm not gonna really go through that whole thing because I know there's some personal information on the personal tasks and whatnot. And then for work, I have a bunch of different lists for work. Administrative tasks is what I'm like the CEO. So administrative tasks is what builds up on me. And then like inside of here though, it's always like this, like watch something, take a class. That's what most of that is. Type up a schedule, do some storage management, all that. And most of this doesn't even apply anymore or is done. I have the date created so I can see how far back I am. Like, I was supposed to do this in April, but I have the due date for the end of the year. So, like, this is something that's going to take me hours. It needs to get done by the end of the year. But there's things that have higher priority, and I just don't want to lose it. So if I keep stuff on date created, when I'm in here, I'll start sorting through that way and go down. So it's like, what is the most? It kind of tells me importance, even if it's not like super important, like priority wise. It doesn't come before my personal life stuff right now, but it's a storage management thing I want done before the new year because it's gonna like piss me off. Like this right here, I want to make sure it's done before the new year. And the new year for me this year, actually, because I'm planning a lot of stuff to be done here. I really have to get this done because we have a party this weekend here, which means cooking, setting up stuff, doing some cleaning through the house, Christmas. This is going to be Tuesday the 26th. It needs to actually be done. Same thing for this. Tuesday the 26th, which Tuesday the 26th is technically about to be the end of my year. Okay. See, look, that's perfect. All right, where were we? Where was I just at? What were we just looking at? Oh, it was admin. I'm like, where were we? Okay, so yeah, you see what I mean? Like, this is all stuff that is actually like, girl, we gotta get this done. What I'm gonna do is this is what's being done. That was being done. And we're doing this now. So now we're down to 50. I can select this whole thing. Is this in multiple lists? Yes. Now, thank you. Okay, so all of this. I know this is about to give me so much anxiety. It's pain. I'm gonna take all this masterclass off. This can go off. Okay, so all of this, I'm actually gonna send it a due date today. Going into what day did we say now? 26. Okay. So all of those now, we're gonna get a new due date, and then I'm gonna sort this. Because there's a couple going to do you, you, you. personal, your client thing. That's a client thing. Yeah. Deleted because we're not doing that anymore. And then you. Because that's also the master classes I want to take. Okay, so now that that's clean, just go back, redo my settings, and it's just back to normal, a lot cleaner. And then here, I want to make sure that I get that. So this is all that I have to do. Okay. We don't need this. That's like a year old. Okay. Let's see how nice. Look, go through overdue admin does. Let's just say that that is done. Do that. Do that. Okay. So nice, right? So nice. And now we need to make a new task. Okay. Excuse that brief intermission there. So now that we just did some back cleaning up, that makes me feel better. And let's see what that does for our work task folder board. Look at that. So I have still a good amount to do, 53%. And then I'm just gonna go through and clean all this up later. Let's go down here. Alright, so I also have inventory in here. I manage affiliate links and my stationery, whatever, traffic products or whatever. I'm in the middle of transferring that over. That needs to get cleaned up. That's something like beginning of next year. So I'm actually gonna make a task. Okay, I guess we will do that. Okay. Alright. I do not like that due date. So we're gonna make that start and the due date that Friday. I'm actually gonna make this the second because I haven't been able to get work done on Mondays. So that is gonna be due date. And I know that updating this is probably gonna take me a little while, so we're actually gonna have a time estimate of 5 hours. Spread out across the week. I know that that's a lot, but I'd rather give myself more than I need than not enough. So, and then what else we got? Oh, over here. Financials. Inside my financials, I have my bills. I keep my grocery list under financials because I like to go off of dollar amount and things like that. My grocery list compared to the grocery list in the template, mine is on steroids. I like to keep things in an inventory in my mind. This is a mess because um, I haven't been in it, whatnot. Where's all my stuff? Where's all my groceries? Y'all saw my grocery list? Oh, I was like, what the hell? That's the grocery list. What's this face? This is my grocery list. That's the template one. I was like, what is going on? I like to have it into all different categories, allocation, quantity. I have a price estimate calculator, things like that. So when I do keep up with things, see over here, I can calculate what I got going on. Why are you not letting me talk? What is going? Oh, ClickUp, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all push that into what? Y'all tripping. They're tripping. They're tripping. No, you used to be able to on this plan get a sum. But that's ghetto. I'm sorry, that's ghetto. That's ghetto. Anyway, moving on. That's ghetto. I'm sorry. I'm not really big on trying to get nitpicky on every time thing and constantly moving stuff into like once you make something in a free plan or a lower cost. Like I'm not on a free plan. I'm on a plan up. Once you make something in it, you can't now be like, "Oh, y'all like it? Let me move it." Like, no, that's ghetto. Okay. Anywho, this goes to this can go. That's not the one to use. Shopping list are over there. Income trackers. I want to start doing my income a little bit more next year. So I'm supposed to be getting paid from things. I started tracking this. Did I get this? No, I did not. $30 a week. Can't remember. Also because I've been doing bets and stuff. We were tracking our bets for a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Kind of just like messy. Client book. That's a lot. I just manage clients as either a holder themselves or like this. I'm not using anymore. I have like this where I can manage my clients individually in here. So I'm playing around there to see what's going to be my flow for next year. I want it to be simple. Also for kids, unfortunately my Lord will pass away, so I'm not archiving them because that's going to be a trigger for me one day. Just move it out the way now. But this is how I can keep up with what's going on for them. You can tell who takes the most of my attention. No, this is the baby. I did have a pumping schedule. I stopped using that. But the baby, tracking diapers and whatnot, is what I was using that for. Moo mama, didn't find any at all. For animals, school tasks, I have a mailing list. I like to keep all my emails and stuff over here. Sometimes I pull Instagram handles and whatnot, potential customers, recipes that I want to start working on. And then as I'm building my team for garden trackers, they all go there. So that's the breakdown of all these folders and how they work. Here's the things that I really use. So as you see, I'm like a task creator on the go. So I can sit in this home screen all day and not have to go anywhere. If I need to see my calendar, it is right here. Um, if I want to see where I'm at, like I know I have therapy coming up. My appointments are on here. Tomorrow I have appointments, things like that are going on. These are all the tasks that I'm running on right now, content I want to make, etc. This is not it's not set in stone. You know what I mean? Nothing is set in stone. If I've learned anything in my life, it's not about planning, it's about keeping up with what you're doing. So having stuff like that, like if I schedule something in here, you see this, I'm gonna forget about it. But if I just put it up at the top, it makes it a little bit easier for me. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's open behind there. I'm like, why is I not opening? So I'm gonna put that for today. And I also need to add this to lineup. I have to make this call, like after therapy. And right here, I'm gonna set a reminder. And that'll be right here. We don't have what we're doing. You see, I can do nothing. But yeah, like I have projects going on, etc. All right, let's go into chats. This has been going on for a minute. Oh, I'm gonna stop here and start it there. So here I'm gonna start talking about the chats and how I use my chats. And then I'm also going to show you some of the AI stuff. I'm still fairly new with AI inside of ClickUp. I've actually used Notion's AI for a little while, and I liked Notions. However, it was just like having a separate workspace wasn't really working for me. I do enjoy Notion. Don't get me wrong. I like the way the Notion writes, but I'm just not going to pay for it in two places right now. It's not really a priority. So instead, I've been paying for it inside of AI or inside of ClickUp because this is obviously where everything is right now. So right here, I have these two chats that are favorited. That's what that hashtag is. That means it's a chat. And right here is where I talk to myself. Sometimes throughout the day, I just like to keep up with where I'm at, things like that. And I go back, I resolve things. And comments. This is what I was using when I didn't have an assistant. Now that I have my assistant back, she and I have a chat specifically just for us, where we're able to kind of go back and forth and talk about things in here. And she can tell me what she has going on, what her schedule is looking like, etc. So right now she's finishing up a semester, so half of the stuff she got on here, that girl not getting to until maybe like Wednesday, Thursday. So if we just continue to talk in here, and I'm like just adding and adding and adding and telling her what everything is, I know that I got it out, but I don't have to bother her. I'm not texting her, I'm not assigning too many tasks. Like her actual task list looks like this. Two things, and she did them. So most of it's just gonna be watching screen recorders. But right now, because she has to get updated to like the new way kind of ClickUp is, she was in here with me. She started off my business with me when it came to the paper planning stuff. So this isn't somebody who's like coming in completely unfamiliar. I would not be able to handle that at this point in my life. This is just somebody kind of returning. So consider her like a seasonal employee. However, this time when I made all these updates when she wasn't working with me, it was with the event of like she has a whole new life now versus what it was before when we were working together. Before she had all the time in the world and we would just sit on FaceTime and work all day and talk to each other all day or like knocking stuff out virtually back and forth. It was a different vibe. Right now with her being in school, we don't really have that luxury that I can sit on the phone with her. She has projects she needs to be doing. She's in school for graphic design. So this way I'm able to like write out big long-winded stuff. Here's one of the good things about ClickUp, right? So this right here, it kind of summarized already. We'll say like this, I need to summarize and I need to make whatever long-winded thing I just wrote. And there we go. Summarize it, now I have text. And kind of say, like, we don't have to sit here and read all that. So she wrote me a message. If I was just rushing and I don't feel like reading the whole message, it'll tell me. She finished one project, plans on working on the next after the doctor's appointment. I asked to keep her creating tasks, such and such and such. The task is due the following day. That's what I responded to her in the replies. It reads through the replies, and it's telling. This is me telling her, okay, I'm clocking in for the week. I'm here. We're getting ready, starting our day. It's not assigned anywhere, nothing. It's just kind of like if she wants to come roll through, she's like, okay. So when she put that, she put that 2 hours ago. All right, so here's where we're at in 2 hours. This is how much I've sent to her. but this is actually a lot of information. So I'm trying to, get a scope of like what's the next couple weeks looking like for us, what do we have going on. I realized before I talk a lot, if you cannot tell. I talk a lot, I talk really fast. So this is a way for me to throw off them, but also I can send her like a voice note and whatnot. I don't think you can send voice notes now, but on the mobile app you can send voice notes. So I'm always like sending voice notes to myself. And now I have like nice clean places to put them. So having both of these, typically my day, I'm only here in the planner, here, here, and here. This one, now you see how I have all these tasks I told y'all about on my calendar. This allows me to focus in. Right now, I'm really only in like admin stuff, like admin I have going on, and content planning is my priorities. This is my priorities. This is what I need to do today and what's due today, like what ends today. And then once I knock those out, I'm able to handle looking at my calendar. If I'm like, okay, I just did all that, where am I at? It's usually just phone calls, following up with something, filling out something, things like that. Um, oh my God, today's the 12th. I thought today was the 8th. Well, what day was the 8th that I feel like today, Friday? I'm like, why do I feel like today's the 8th? Yeah, this is one of those things from bipolar. You see how there's little stragglers down here? We are supposed to be planning for this dance sequencing. Um, I'm gonna hurt my mom and my brother and all that, trying to get us all in one room at one time. So this is actually about to get changed. We're gonna create. I need to create a board. We've been talking sporadically. The vision board. What is it? Oh, shit. Do sign that to me. I need to do that today. And then this, we're actually going to take off this time. I don't want it to start. Let's just do this. It doesn't matter. The party is going to be this day. I want to get all of our planning done by next Friday before Christmas so that we're not worrying about anything by then. Oh, that's not start date today. Due date for 22nd. That's how the Friday and everything done. So, and then I have to make a notebook. I'm just going to show you guys how it would actually work. So bear with it for a second, but this is the best way. I can make a million and one tutorials that are like bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, and still never be able to explain how I use it versus you just seeing it in real time. And this has been kind of a setback for me when it comes to making content now and teaching because of that. So right now I'm in my free account, right? Yeah, we're in a free account. Let's create a board. TNC party. Okay, and then I'm going to share this board like so. Also, to send it to my brother. Oh, we have a family chat open. Okay. So now I'm able to switch into my paid account. That's the one I actually use. That's not the one. That's not the right way. No, that's the right way. don't think this is correct. It is. Yeah. Okay. I can't afford the thing right now. So we're just gonna head on back over here. This one. And so now we have that done. That's the other thing. Yeah. Now we're also able to see more right here, which is one of the coolest by far type of thing. So we will just get a nice quick glance if I need to pull some information off. I'll switch it back over to that. And that would be the way that I do that. Okay, you guys, so I hope this gave you a quick little look through of how I do that. And to do screen records, you want to use the browser, by the way. It's right up here. So that's a quick finger walk. Quick walkthrough. My brain's going, mommy, know that I hear my baby. I gotta go. Okay, bye.